I have a story for you here that really highlights the deep and profound hypocrisy of the people on the right who cloak themselves in the banner of free speech and say that's what we care the most about. So who leads this charge, by the way? Well, obviously it's Tomi Lahren. Tomi Lahren was on The Blaze, and then there was a falling out with Glenn Beck, but the whole time she's become the leader of the movement that's snowflake liberals, pussy college kids trying to, ban people they don't like, and what are you triggered by my microaggression? Get over it. Get free speech, bitch. Yeah. Aren't I so virtuous? Like that's their whole shtick, okay? Well, it's amazing how it's like they're fundamentally incapable of detecting their own hypocrisy. So take a look at this lovely retweet from Tomi Lahren. This is a guy named Ryan Saavedra, I think. I think it's pronounced something like that. I apologize if I fucked that up, Ryan. He says, I've contacted a spokesperson for AMC TV to see if this tweet mocking the deaths of Christians aligns with company values. No response. And he's responding to a tweet there that says, this is about the shooting that just happened in Texas, where you had 26 people that were killed and many more injured. He said, they were in church. They had the prayers shot right out of them. Maybe try something else. And by the way, that person was responding to Paul Ryan, as I did as well, because Paul Ryan did this asinine tweet about they need our prayers and they need it now in Texas. They need our prayers. They were in a fucking church when they got slaughtered. If prayer was a deterrent to being slaughtered in a mass shooting, they wouldn't have got shot up now, would they? So prayers do nothing. It is a bullshit deflection for you to get away with not doing shit after another disaster. So that's the point this guy's making. Hey, they were in a church. You say prayers will fix it. Obviously, prayers don't fix it. That's the point he's making. But what's the response from this Ryan Schmuck and from Miss Free Speech, Free Expression, triggered liberal snowflake herself, Tomi Lahren? What's the response? The response is, hey, you pointed out a fact about something that happened, and it hurt my feelings, so I tried to get you fired by narking on you and whining to your employer over at AMC. What happened? What happened? I thought you were the free speech people. I thought you were principled in your stance on free speech. I thought your whole thing was, I don't care if your feelings are hurt, if somebody says something a little off color, if somebody says something that's offensive. Who cares? Get over it. There's more important things to worry about than, your feelings, you've triggered lib snowflakes. I thought that's what your position was. No, that's not your position. That's only your position when it comes to people saying pretty clearly racist shit like Richard Spencer, for example. Saying shit that's actually wrong and incorrect. If somebody points out, hey, I think that what you're saying is not true, they go, oh, free, but I guess you're against free speech. No, I didn't say that. I said that what you guys are saying is like fucking watered down Nazi propaganda, and it's like white nationalism or white ethno-state bullshit, and maybe that's not true, and that's not a good idea to go down that path. Whoa, you don't believe in free speech? I triggered liberal. Have I triggered you, you snowflake? So, guys, they do it as a shield. That's the point. I don't give a fuck. You can do 1,000,001 rants about whenever, I'm in favor of free speech, whenever somebody on my team has a group of people coming after them for saying something. It's easy to do those segments. I'll know you're serious about it when you start to cover people who you disagree with saying something, and then you go, you know what? Free speech, man, it's okay. They shouldn't be fired. There shouldn't be punitive measures. Obviously, the government shouldn't be involved in one way or another. So just free speech, even though I might not agree with the person, whatever, it's okay. But they never do that. 100% of the time, you see Tomi Lahren yelp about free speech and free expression and fucking snowflakes and microaggressions and trigger warnings and all that shit. 100% of the time, it's because somebody said some right-wing shit. It'll never, ever will she defend some left-wing stuff. So, for example, I'll give you an example. Palestinian professors, professors in universities who defend Palestine. There's punitive measures against them all the time. They've had speaking engagements canceled. Some of them have been fired as a result of stuff they've said against Israel. Has Tomi Lahren spoken about, hey, I might not agree with them, but free speech, man, free speech. Has Tomi Lahren came out and defended Anna Kasparian of the Young Turks? She was going to go give a speech at a college, but there were some Trump supporters on the board who said, she offends me with things she said about Trump supporters. I'm not in favor of the speech. Let's disinvite the speaker, because she was invited, and then she was disinvited. Has Tomi Lahren defended Ron Yakalik? A left-winger who was going to talk about Syria, and people protested her. Hey, free speech, let her speak. Never. Now, meanwhile, flip the script. Have I defended right? Of course I have. I've done countless segments. I've defended Milo Yiannopoulos. And I said he should be able to speak, and there shouldn't be fucking riots and people trying to deplatform him. I don't agree with the guy, but that's irrelevant. He should be able to speak. So this is This is how you know somebody's principled or not. When the standard applies the other way, if they go, you know what? Hey, I'm going to be principled. No. Tomi Lahren retweeting a guy who's literally trying to get somebody fired because this person dared to say, hey, maybe prayer isn't a deterrent because they were in a church when they got slaughtered. Can you imagine? That's a fact. That's a fact. They got slaughtered in a church. Obviously, prayer is not what's needed. Obviously. Fucking obviously. You don't go pray to Jigglypuff, after you got killed in a house of worship of Jigglypuff. It's not going to fucking work. Jigglypuff ain't going to do anything. So a guy points out a fact, and now right-wingers try to get him fired, and Tomi Lahren hops right on that bandwagon. Oh, yeah, he should probably get fired because he hurt my feelings. I thought you were the free speech people. You're not. You're fucking disgusting hypocrites, and you're all frauds, and everybody needs to know it.